Hey guys, welcome back to my video. This is Zero Gaming here, and before we talk about Gao and Core, I just want to give a little bit update on my channel. First of all, I will be slowing down my uploads because I have been really busy these days, and I'm cutting down on my time for the game itself and as well as my content creation. So yeah, I will slow down my uploads a little bit, so I hope you don't mind. Anyway, starting off, we'll have Gao. Gao gets a rework alongside Core FR. He has a couple of reworks on his amount of HP attack, but the best part is his counter. So his first counter has two forms, whether you want to go for the safer approach or the damaging approach. The safer approach allows Gao to heal and batteries the entire party, whereas the damaging approach will allow Gao to have more damage from his counter by having splashes. So the best part about Gao is actually him having two different counters. So if you work with him with units like Core, for example, or upcoming units like Minwu, having two counters mean that you will be triggering the FR condition twice. So instead of the regular 5%, you'll get something more like a 10% each action from the enemy taken. So that's a very nice upgrade from Gao. Personally, I think he's really good. The only problem for Gao is his tied to Earth Elemental, which is... So for those who doesn't know, Elemental lockouts are going to be a very common thing later down the line. It's going to be super common. In fact, it's like you're going to be seeing the norm of Elemental lockouts, especially starting from Faris FR stage. So what it does is that you have to use specific elements to target the boss, and any other element that is not the element that is required from the stage will severely cut down their bravery attack. For example, Minwu stage actually only allows holy attack to cut through the boss defense, and of course non-elemental attack can work too. But Gao with his Earth Elemental attack will suffer greatly during his bravery damage. Of course, you can counter this with Charlotta's Brave Gain, but then again, you'll be requiring a little bit more setup if you want to fully utilize his kit, and you can't really run a full often team comp in that situation. Although Gao does Brave Gain and batteries in between his attack, but definitely not enough to justify using him without a supporter in the party. So yeah, I think personally Gao is a good upgrade. I don't have his LD yet, and I'm really gonna pull on this banner, so I hope I can get him and actually have fun with his kit. And oh yeah, Gao also has a weird buff which grants him speed up by 40%. That is kind of counterproductive of what he can do, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. You can just remove his speed passive. He may go at the normal rate, but his double counter can make up for that. But anyway, moving on, we'll be getting Core. Okay, Core, before we start, I want to just say that he's a very good character, no doubt about that. His counter and his link attack is now 2 HP dumps, so that's pretty nice. His overall damage from his skill 1, skill 2 and LD is upgraded right now to having more HP attack. Not that you use his LD much anyway, because it's not really the core function of his kit. But yeah, his basic idea is that his link attack, so from that you can count on is that he can function well in both on-turn and off-turn team composition, kind of like Yang in this situation. Actually, they're really similar if you think about it. They both can work during on-turn with their follow-up attack, and also can work with off-turn with their counters. And Core has a little bit more benefits in the sense if the enemy is targeting all, he can actually counter twice, which lead up to 4 HP dumps and more bonus for his FR damage condition. Although Yang can also counter twice, but his counter is more of a RNG base, so that makes it slightly unreliable. But Core also has another good feature, is that he provides certain buff to a specific character that you link up to, whereas Yang just protects the entire party with his unbreakable status. Anyway, moving on into Core's FR. Okay, I just want to put this out there. Core FR is very skippable in my opinion because of the sole fact that you will not use it very often. Here, let me explain why. It's not a bad FR, it's actually pretty good. 5% off every single off-turn attack, as well as a 40% when you achieve the maximum bravery damage in one hit. So it's not a very hard to achieve FR, and it's pretty good. Like I said, on-turn and off-turn wise, it's just... Okay, let's just put it this way. core introduction is actually just way before Tifa and then Rinoa, which comes up later after Tifa. And while you can of course have more playstyle in your party, Tifa and Rinoa definitely push up what you can achieve as an on-turn damage dealer. So in most situations, you will have core as your link attacker to the main DPS of your party, and then have your main DPS going into their FR and their BT to achieve maximum damage. And the only time where often is starting to get more popular later down the line is when units like Minwoo and Celeste is being introduced into the roster. And when units like them entering the party, you want to use their FR instead of core's FR. So like I said, core FR is good, it's just not a very commonly used kit or skill in this case. The stats ups are nice, but you might want to reconsider if you have limited resources. He works just as well without that FR, but if you're lacking certain off-turn team composition or off-turn FR like Reno, and if you want to have more versatility in choosing the way you approach the stage, then of course, be my guest, go for core's FR. It's a really good FR. It's just like I said, until units like Minu and Celeste, off-turn is just not very popular, and when they come, you are up to use their FR more than core's FR because of the way their kits work. So yeah, I personally think that core FR is very skippable. You can just pull for his LD and then move on if you lack resources. For me personally though, I want to pull for core just because of how good of a unit he is, and I have his blue armor ready and everything already when he was first introduced in global. So yeah, I thought why not just continue maxing him up. And like I said, I don't have Gao's LD, and so why not? Anyway, that's my opinion on this character. If you enjoy my commentary today, please consider subscribing to the channel and like the video. And I want to thank you for all my members here for supporting my channel. You guys are really awesome. Also, let me know what is your plan for this character and Gao. Are you going to pull forward these two off-turn characters? Are you going to add more flexibility on your off-turn team composition? Or are you just going to wait out until Tifa and Rinoa and then think about it? I don't know. But yeah, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.